I need you.
Beautiful sugar babes, and welcome to our channel.
I'm Takera and this is Ashley, and we're going to kick off today's video with our 12 days of Christmas.
Our get to know us Q&A.
All right,
tune in.
Let's get into it.
Believe it or not, I am 27.
And I'm 25. 25.
24. A lot of people already know, but just in case you're new and don't know me at all, I'm from Chicago and we both live in Vegas.
Yep, and I'm from Benton Harbor, Michigan. It's a little city somewhere down there in Southwest Michigan area. Google it. Actually, don't Google it.
It's somewhere around there. Ain't that how they
believe me.
It's
right
somewhere around there.
My favorite Christmas tradition is Christmas Eve. We do a scavenger hunt for presents. It's me and my family. Ashley's gonna partake this year finally.
On like Christmas Eve, me and my mom, because it's normally just her and I now, me and my mom just like bake a bunch of cookies and then cook part of Christmas dinner, and then we would redecorate the tree because, you know, I don't live there, so I'd be having to fix it to my liking. And then we just watch a bunch of Christmas movies. I have a lot. I'm just gonna narrow it down to some classics and just keep it at that. And I'm pretty sure it's everybody's favorite Christmas movie. So I'm gonna just go with The Grinch. It cannot be Christmas and you cannot not watch The Grinch. Yeah. Like, come on. And then obviously Home Alone 1 and 2.
Say that,
honestly, all of the Home Alones, even when they switched the actor.
Yeah.
Are fire. And then the Polar Express.
Polar Express. And then I'll add in The Christmas Story, because that's a good one too.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Christmas Story is a good one. You know what? We're forgetting one good one. What is it called? Christmas Carol. With Jim Carrey.
Oh,
that one is fire.
That's a good one. Yeah.
He's the perfect Scrooge.
Let's get into some questions. Let's do it.
Yeah, like people were asking us deep questions. We thought it was gonna be like surface level, basic question. No, people was getting deep.
Yeah, people want to know our thought process now instead of just who we are. I guess that's gonna help y'all know who we are by how we answer these questions. So let's get into it. Respect boundaries.
Yeah, respect boundaries.
Communicate.
I lived with, she ain't got the best history.
Yeah, I don't.
But I got good history. I lived with both of my best friends almost all of college, and I lived with one of my other best friends at the beginning of college. So it really just works if you just respect the person's boundaries, if y'all just communicate well, and then y'all just vibe very well. Like, I feel like with a friend, somebody that's really a friend, it shouldn't be hard. Right. I feel like somebody that's really a friend, it shouldn't be that hard. People make it seem like don't ever ruin with your friends. Oh, it'll ruin your friendship. No, that means either
we got closer, so I don't know what y'all was talking about.
That means either there's some underlying issues that was never resolved, or it's some problems that nobody was aware of. Right. If it becomes a sticky situation. Yeah.
My old roommates, some of y'all had me thinking I was the problem, and I'm here to tell y'all that Ashley feel like y'all was the problem. So
well, yeah, I mean,
I feel like we're doing good. This honestly, is going into year 2 for us, and I feel like it's
about communication, and it's about boundaries, and it's about actively listening and taking criticism and consideration. Because if the dish is dirty and you're never cleaning them, I'm going to confront you about that, but not in a rude manner. But you can't get defensive about it either. You know what I mean? So it's just about give and take.
Yeah. And then, like, I feel like we compatible because we don't like dirt.
Yeah. So, I think we just go. Yeah. But if you don't go, like you clean and somebody messy, it's just about the communication and not being aggressive or defensive.
Right. Never. No, just kidding. See, I feel like that depends, you know? I feel like you need to, my parents would disagree, but I feel like I need to get to know this person a little longer, and I don't feel like, sometimes I don't even feel like 3 months is enough time for me to, depending on the dynamic of the relationship or circumstances that may occur, like long distance or, I don't know, y'all both have busy schedules, so y'all still trying to make things work. So I think it just depends on you and that person. If y'all set that intention that y'all really do want to be with each other, and y'all in it for the long run, and y'all can see each other, you know, as partners or being married, depending on if you want to do that or not.
Dynamic,
yeah. So I feel like it just depends.
I feel like it depends. I feel like it solely depends on the relationship and whatever connection you guys have in that relationship. So like long distance, it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be harder, and it's gonna take longer for you to get close to that person versus if the person lived in the same state as you. So it's gonna take longer for you to feel comfortable enough to, you know,
like mom, dad.
Meet the parents. Obviously we're dating and it's looking like we might end up going further. Who knows? So I'm gonna show a picture and tell them who you are. Right. But I would like to get a stronger connection with you before I allow you to have a connection with somebody else close to me. Exactly. So it just depends on the nature of the relationship.
I agree 100%.
See, I feel like that's just a very general question. What's the background? Because it just all depends. Like if it was somebody that I like had a little feelings for, and I like see him with my friend, I'm gonna tell him and my friend, like, I'm gonna tell him that's my friend, and I'm gonna tell her we had sex, and I low-key like him, and we had sex before y'all met, and I'm gonna take that upon my friend to be like, okay, you had it first, you did it first, you did what you have to do. However, I feel like if it's, say for instance, I don't like him, and he didn't know that was my friend didn't know about him, and then they end up liking each other, I still feel like I'm obligated to tell her, like, look, I did have sex with him, because he's going to be around both of us a lot if they hit it off. Right.
I definitely,
how I feel.
I would want to know. Like, I feel like I would want to know if you're the friend and you had sex with this dude that I think I'm engaging with, or, you know, that I'm interested in. I feel like I'm interested in him. Tell me, you know, keep it real with me. Just be like, hey, you know, we had a little sneaky link one time, and take it how you take it. And I'm just like, okay, and then I could better make a decision if I want to continue this or not. Honestly, I wouldn't, because I'm not saying that like, I don't have nasty friends or nothing, but like,
it's just
I wouldn't want to
right?
have sex with anybody my friend has sex with.
That's like,
you know,
that's weird.
In my opinion, but you know, people do it, whatever floats your boat.
To each his own. It's just not my each his own.
Right. No, that ain't happening with us, but whatever makes y'all happy, I guess. Oh, I was in college. It was my birthday. I think I was having a party that year. And this guy I used to talk to in college, he had surprised me. Like, we wasn't talking anymore or nothing like that, but like he had called me, wished me happy birthday, and he was like trying to get answers out of me so he could remember certain things, to refresh his memory so he could give me a gift. So he got me a rose, I think, like some chocolate, a card, or whatever. I can't remember exactly what all was in it, but I know that was in it. But he left it on my doorstep. I was coming from home to Grand Valley, so that was like what, an hour 15 drive. But he was doing all of this while I was on my way back, so I was getting everything ready for my party. And when I got home, I'm like, oh, something, you know, on my doorstep, and it said, from your secret admirer. And I was like, who is this? And then I figured out
she knows who it is.
So thank you.
She knows who it is now. I used to be in a separate relationship, and I'm pretty sure he did a bunch of romantic shit, so I'm not gonna cancel him out. I can't remember some of this stuff, so shout out to you. But I'm gonna talk about two other people.
Not two.
So one of the things is that, like, okay, this one guy, I'm not gonna name any names, but he kind of like romantic in his own way. We was going to a game in LA.
I know.
Anyways, so we was going to a game in LA, and it was for Christmas, and we like spent a lot of money on the tickets and the flight and stuff like that. So we was like, okay, we probably not gonna do gifts, and then we were like, or we just gonna do like cheap gifts or whatever. And then I get there, he got like a big ass bag full of Bath and Body Works shit, and I'm like, I thought we was doing cheap gifts. And then not only that, he's like, oh, I got you something else, and it was like $180 or $80 gift card to Fashion Nova, and I'm like, I have been bamboozled. But it was like really sweet. And then we got there, he was at the game, then he ended up buying me this teddy bear, and I love teddy bears. Teddy bear name is Kobe, rest in peace. So I feel like that was just the sweetest thing ever. He also did a bunch of other stuff, but that's one of the sweetest things he did. And then this other guy, I went on a date with him. It was our first date. Lord help me. I went on a date with him. It was our first date, and like he picked me up And then he drove me to a store, and I was confused because we were supposed to go to the movies. He went in the store and bought some roses, and he was like, I wasn't able to get them before I came, but I still wanted to get you some roses. So he went and bought some and just gave them to me. That was sweet.
Aww.
Like the little things.
All of it.
I'm pretty sure if he watched this, he know who he is. You know who you are.
And you better watch it.
New day and age.
Right, we gotta talk about this. It's crazy. Keep it respectful. So obviously you can't stop other people from commenting, right, unless you just take your comments off. But like, say if you got a huge following or somewhat of a huge following, so you have people that's gonna comment hard eyes, you have people that's gonna comment little thirsty comments or whatever. Obviously you shouldn't take offense to that. So I feel like one you need to be both secure into yourself and into your relationship. As far as what you respond back, maybe set boundaries there.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's that part.
Yeah, some people like when people be mean. I don't like that. I'm not gonna like you to just be super rude, you know, to somebody. A thank you is nice, or maybe just like it or something. Like, you know, keep it minimum. Yeah. And if it's your like career, you know, big on social media, and that's your career, maybe that's a fan or something, or a supporter, whatever. Like, as long as you're not cheating on me or disrespecting me, yeah, and vice versa, I feel like, yeah, fine. I feel like the boundaries just depends on the relationship and the people in it, because some people are more insecure than others. So you need to take your spouses or partners, you know, insecurities into consideration. Even if they don't say them, you see them, right? You know which the insecurities are and what they are about. So you need to take them in consideration when making a decision like that. So like, some men probably would get, you know, a little bit jealous because you responded thank you. They'll be like, why you commenting and saying thank you to him? So if it doesn't hurt you and it's beneficial to avoid conflict, right, just don't say thank you. Say, you know what, well, I'm just gonna like it because I don't want to be rude. Right. I'm just gonna like it. It's just about, you know, the dynamic of the relationship, and you just need to listen to each other. Right. If your man's too insecure and too controlling though, and he's just like, don't do nothing, don't do this, don't do that, like, it's a definitely compromise or red flag, you know. No, so just listen and, you know, observe your partner to see what does and doesn't affect them. It's not that hard. Maybe get down to the root of why they feel so insecure about it, and then you understand more. Yeah, maybe you would be like, oh yeah, I won't do it again. I get it. When I feel like this is somebody I'm ready to take super serious and I can see myself having a future with them, then that's when that comes important to me, because I want to make sure our families mesh well, and his parents like me, my parents like him. Like, that's important to me once I get to a serious, you know, relationship. How would you handle it if they don't like them? What I've always done is just kept it pushing. Like, I don't know what I was supposed to do. I'm not, like, I can't control my feelings for someone in that moment. So, like, that's my journey. I have to ride the wave and go through what I'm gonna go through. And, you know, they're not gonna like it, because no parents wants to see their child being hurt or see anything of that nature. But, like, you know, it's my journey. So well, what if it's not like you're being hurt or something? Maybe they just don't like him. I don't know. I don't know how to, because I never had that. But I guess I'll just figure out why they don't like him, and if I feel like I disagree, maybe I'll, you know, get everybody together and let's try to talk it out. And if it gets worse, then I don't know, that's a tough decision. I value my parents, you know, word, and I feel like family is important to me. So I would really like for your family to like me and my family to like you. So that's gonna be a hard one for me. As far as mine go, it would be my mom and my brother's opinion mostly. I care about my mom's opinion, and if my mom doesn't like a guy, since it's really just like me and my mom, I'm not really sure how I would handle it, because if she doesn't like him, okay, so if she doesn't like him, I'll figure out why she doesn't like him, and then maybe it's just something, a misunderstanding. So then maybe that's something I can fix if it's a misunderstanding, which I would hope it would be. If he don't like her,
then it's a wrap. Like, if he don't like her, but she likes him, it's a wrap. Like, no offense, but if you don't like my mom, if you don't like my mom, but she likes you, she think you're a good guy, then I'm confused. So, like, you know, fuck you. Honestly, with all due respect, fuck you. Honestly,
there's not really a reason for you not to like my parents, so that's kind of a red flag to me. If you don't like them,
it's just weird.
Because why don't you like them, and why didn't you communicate like something made you feel uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like them, then
no. If she doesn't like him, it could also be maybe she just doesn't know him enough. So maybe if like spending more time with us all together would make it better, then I'll just try and do stuff that I could do to, you know, make it better. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's just her. Like, that's the parent that gotta get the approval. I care about my brothers, but they're not my father. You know what I mean? So they're just gonna accept whoever, and if they don't, like, be cordial.
Right.
But my mom is the person that matters, so I'll just try to figure out ways for her to just to get to know him better, because maybe that's the reason. You know, parents come up with their own
reasons,
picture of how the man is, which makes them not like it. But maybe if that get to know each other for real,
interact, it'll be better. A little more understanding in there. Maybe it'll be different. But I mean,
so that's all I could really think of doing.
Sometimes people see things that you don't see.
That's all I could really think of. That's all I could think of being able to do is try to get them to know each other more for her to like them.
Yep.
I can't sit here and tell y'all I would dump him and it'll be over if she doesn't like him, because I just don't know right now at this very moment in my life, because I haven't did it.
Yeah.
So when that bridge come, I circle back and let y'all know.
That's a good question.
That's a deep question. Yeah. I think I would draw the line is if something that I'm doing for their comfort makes me uncomfortable.
There we go.
I feel like that's when you draw the line. Like, if you compromise and you doing something and you like, well, I mean, it don't hurt me either way. Whatever. Yeah, okay, I can do that for you. Then I feel like, okay, that's a good compromise, because it makes them happy as hell and it don't bother you either way. You're just like, whatever, it's something I ain't doing. You know, something that's, can't do it, but I'm not hurt. I'm not pressed. But if it's something that makes you happy but makes me uncomfortable, at that point, I'm changing myself for you or for something that's good for you. Because now I'm uncomfortable about it, which means I don't like the change. Like, I don't like it, I changed. I didn't compromise. Compromise is when both parties are okay with it, or obviously sometimes one is a little bit happier than the other. But it's still like both parties are okay with it versus I feel uncomfortable, but you feel great.
Right. I'm like, and this, it could be the smallest things. Like how you dress, you know, like some people do require you to dress at a certain standard because they want you to match them. So
say it's a woman that feel comfortable in the baggier version style. So you know how women wear like the baggy bottoms and then like a tight top, or if they wear like baggy. Here we go. Let's go.
So I have a friend. I love you, girl. I have a friend that she was, you know, girly at first, and then she got with this guy. And he's just like, oh, I don't like crop tops. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. He feels like he's a, you know, fashion mogul in his own right. Which is fine, right? But how did you convince her that her clothes wasn't good enough? You know, like, she went from girly to tomboyish because you wanted her to, not because she wanted to.
So that was a change.
Yeah, it was a change. And then when y'all broke up, you know what I'm saying, like, she went back to her girly ways. I feel like, okay, the compromise would have been like, oh, I kind of, you know, I don't really like you wearing crop tops. Okay, babe, I won't wear crop tops, but how you feel about this I don't know, mid-level shirt? You know, my belly button out, but I'll wear high-waist pants or something, you know, like, to cover it. So, like, I feel like that's a compromise if you don't want your person dressing provocative or whatever. That's cool, but to change their whole personality, I guess,
I feel like, yeah, and that's a tough topic anyway. But yeah, it's like she changed something, but basically she felt uncomfortable with it, but he was happy with it. That's her changing. That's not a compromise.
It wasn't a moral of the story. It wasn't an upgrade, it was a change. And y'all probably gonna think, oh, what's the difference? But like, upgrading is, you know, I see this potential in you. I see what you're trying to do, but like, you ever thought about doing this? Not that stuff.
Well, that's not the way you phrase that is also different. You phrase that as if your man is trying to help you.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like, do this.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant. Like, it's different between the upgrade than the change.
But yeah, it sounds like he helping you do something you want to do.
Right, versus what he
what I want you to do.
Right.
However, I'm a strong believer of that men should not tell a woman what to wear, how to wear, or when to wear it. Because when you start dating me, you was attracted to me wearing this. So now that we're together, you want me to change it to something. You knew who I was at the beginning of this. So it's like you trying to change me. Now, if you're giving me options and opinions on like my style and the stuff I like,
right, that's different.
Then that's different. You're like, oh, babe, I know you like crop tops. You should get this nude bodysuit, blah blah blah, and wear it with a bright jacket.
Right.
That's different. That's constructive fashion advice.
Right.
But if you sitting there telling me I hate when you wear bodysuits and I hate when your stomach be cropped out and I hate that, I'm confused because that's how you met me.
Yeah.
And now that we together, you want to change me. So did you want me in the beginning? You know, so that's just a whole nother bullshit.
I'm a hypocrite a little bit when it comes to this because, well, not that I forced it. I didn't never force nobody to change, but I would be the type of girlfriend that'd be like, okay, well, I want to see my man in this. Maybe he'll like it, so let me just go buy it for him to see if he'll like it. I mean, it's not 100% hypocritical, but my mom probably would think it's hypocritical because I like a man that has style. So when you don't have it,
so I wouldn't call you hypocritical. What I would call you is that you should probably ask them before you buy something they don't like because you don't waste your money.
Why be asking?
Okay, if they okay with it, then that's different. If they okay with you buying something,
yeah, but I like that pick out, you know.
But you buying it.
Yeah.
What you mean? You buying it? You gonna pick that shit out?
Or I'll do this.
I think yours is a little different though, only on the strength is because I know you, because I know her. You're doing it now though. Just pick men that already is at that standard.
Exactly.
She's doing it now.
She
didn't used to do that.
Yeah.
So she was like trying to make them that when it came to fashion.
When I
she like fashion,
right?
But just dating that. But the men that try to come after us, we clearly a type you like or something. I don't know. Or maybe they just need to go date a bitch that's conservative too. You know what I mean? Just go date with what you want.
Right. Go date what you want, and then that's that.
Then you don't have to even worry about. I don't like when you wear that.
Right. I definitely have extras. Well, you got that little shirt on. I'm just like, what do you mean?
Date what you want.
You know what I'm saying? But you know.
See, that's a good ass topic. We're gonna have to come back to that on Wind Down Wednesday.
When you want to.
Whatever works for the dynamic of your relationship. If y'all both busy as hell and y'all can only get it in twice a week, that works for y'all. Twice a week, that shit up, round and round and round, and many times you can, twice a week.
Right.
Now, if you got more free time, which some of us do, depending on our age and depending on what we got going on in our life, 5 times a week it is. Do what you gotta do. Pound town. Pound town. The only way to know
is to try
it. And if
trial and error.
Trial and error. Okay.
Trial and error.
That's the only way to know.
You know what? And
you
even before, I was just about to say, have that conversation, because some people don't have that conversation and they hold back. That might mess up the experience. Or some people go all in and that might freak somebody else out. So I feel like you should have that conversation. What are you okay with? What's off limits? And
that's perfect. You should, I feel like, have the conversation, and then when after the conversation, so you know some of the stuff the person is or isn't, but you don't know everything. Cause I don't know everything. Right? So I think each time y'all have sex, introduce something new.
Yeah.
Bit by bit, and see if that person, how they respond to it. That's all you can do, is really trial and error and having a conversation before. Cause some stuff I'm okay with that I don't know I'm okay with because I ain't tried it yet.
So
communication is always key.
Communicate, and definitely just trial and error at this point.
Trial and error.
We're grown. Try it and see if you like it. If you don't, just say stop.
I don't like it.
Move on to something else, and
you gotta be comfortable.
Honestly, y'all both have to just be
open, transparent,
and selfless when you having sex, because people be real selfish, and they be wanting to do. You really just don't know how good of an experience you can have if you just wasn't as selfish.
Read that other person's body.
Once you get to learn somebody and you know learn somebody
and learn the anatomy.
Yeah, like once you really get to learn that person, I promise you, sex will be way different. But that be the issue. A lot of people don't be trying to take their time.
Selfish. Be selfless. Yeah. Another thing is, it's like y'all need to be comfortable with each other. Like how are you having sex but you afraid to do something, or you don't, you know, you tense? It should be a moment of vulnerability and transparency. You should be able to say no. You should be able to say yes, and you should be able to do whatever the hell. Let go and enjoy.
Reach a euphoric place.
Euphoric. I mean, euphoric. Okay guys, so it's our last question. It got a little crazy for a second. Need some deep questions. So if y'all want us to touch bases on some of these in depth, we do wind down Wednesdays. Not yet, yo. Not yet. After the 12 days.
After the 12 days, we'll let y'all know the days we posted.
We do those. So just let us know any topics y'all want us to talk about. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. And we'll see you guys next time. We got a lot of fun Christmas stuff coming up. So see you later, babes.